Little Jay is put together, and I'm getting ready to change him, put him into his clothes for the first time. So here he is. He's very floppy because I weighted him very light because my nephew was a small baby when he was born. And actually he's got a larger body than I had planned for, because although the arms and legs fit the other body, the neck didn't. So I went up a size, and but here he is with his whole head of hair, and as you can tell, it's kind of curly. And here he is rolling his eyes at me. He's waited so long to be born, and he's just a little cuddle bug. He's a cuddle bug because I didn't stuff him really. I didn't make the stuffing like real tight on this one, because I wanted him to have that floppy newborn feel to him. As you can tell, I got the blushing on his knees and elbows and the bottoms of his feet and hands and his cheeks and forehead. Got that repaired. I don't know what it was that caused it to do what it did, but I decided that another layer of the blushing would do wonders for him. So now I'm going to put him into Escape from Azkaban onesie and the green shorts, because it's a reasonably warm day. And I'll put him in a blanket, put him to bed. This is not necessarily going to be a baby that I spend a lot of time holding and everything. I'll be honest with you. Yesterday, when I was finishing up the hair, I had a moment where I just broke down and I cried so hard, because I would never get to know my nephew. And I have missed everything. I missed his whole entire growing up from a baby to an adult. And before I die, I won't get to see him. And he won't get to know how much I love him and how proud of him I am. Because his father, bless his darling heart, has held a grudge against me since childhood. And for some reason or other, at the time of my grandfather's funeral, got really angry with me and decided to cut all ties with me. And I made many overtures to him to try to rectify the situation and heal the breach between us, but he has no interest in doing so. And he's a typical Scorpio in that regard. They, once they hold a grudge, it's forever. And I'm afraid that I'll never get to see my little nephew at all, because he's been taught to hate me by his father. In fact, he didn't even know I existed until he was like 14 or 15 years old, because he happened to be there when Daddy was going through some of his pictures that he had and putting him into a disc so that everybody in the family could have a family album disc for their computer. And he happened to see a picture of me when I was going to a tech school. And oh, I love this little boy. He's so cute. He's just so cute and adorable, and he's got such an attitude. He can sit up, propped up against something, so, you know. But he is a floppy baby, and he's one that he'll spend a lot of time being laid down. Yeah. He's a floppy little baby. Always got to support his head, because he flops. Don't you? Yeah. I want to meet this little guy so much, but I'm just not going to. He's like 25, maybe 26 now, and he's got his own life, and I never got to meet him, and I never got to see him growing up. I didn't get to watch him when he was in marching band, or see him get his black belt in karate. None of that. But he's done, and I got started on Flo. Now I decided Flo is going to have kind of a blue skin, so here is the first layer on her arms and legs, and I've done the first layer and some mottling on her head. So her head doesn't look as blue as she's going to be at the end. I'm thinking about turning her into an avatar baby. I really am. But this light blue, right now the first layer is sort of a light blue, and I kind of like the effect that it's got. So tomorrow I'm going to be working on her some more. I'm letting her dry overnight and cure, so we can attempt another layer. And let me put Flo back in her little bag here, so she can go and rest for the night. I figure I'll have her finished in about a week. I don't know if I'm actually going to lose her hair or if I'm going to leave her bald. Haven't decided yet. She is a preemie. You know, micro preemie size. She has like a 12-inch body and a very tiny little body for her. That, so there we go. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I had a lot of problems with little Jay, the painting of him, just trying to get the skin tones right and everything, because he's a Asian American, and also because I really do better with the exotic skin tones. So, you know, I'm just going to specialize in the exotics from now on, after I get through with Benjamin. And I'm thinking that actually a 0 to 3 months is almost too small for him. So I'm going to have to see if I can get a 6 to 12 month size for him. Because he's a big baby. He's a bigger baby than what I intended him to be. And yeah, he looks kind of overly chubby. And so we're going to invest in a bigger size clothes for him, I think. How about that? You're bigger than your brother Robert Stephen. Yeah. Or your cousin, I should say. Because you're not brothers, you're cousins. Anyway. Email, Melanie Addy, address, and Patreon page are in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk at you later. Bye-bye.